Another young man who has taken on a difficult job and making my job more pleasurable because I like to see local candidates. The statewide, certainly the corner office gets all the attention. But the success, as Jerry said, for a governor in the corner office depends on having people in the legislature. And we already have a few of those running for Congress and other offices, including Lieutenant Governor. So we probably will lose some seats. We had very few in the Senate. We're going to have less unless we elect new people. And one of those people that have decided to step up in the 2nd Middlesex is Dave Carbonali. David is going to run against Pat Jalian, who is probably the liberal lion in the Massachusetts Senate. And so he's taken on an important job. We need to support him too. So I'd like to introduce David so he can tell you a little bit about himself and what he hopes to do. Thank you.
Thank you, Bernie. I appreciate the opportunity to speak. My name is David Carnevale. I'm running for the 2nd Middlesex State Senate seat against Patricia Jalen. I own a small wine distribution company here in Massachusetts where I distribute wine to liquor stores and restaurants throughout the state. I've never run for public office before, so this is my first time. And a lot of people have been asking me why I'm running for this seat. And basically it comes down to that, Patricia Jalen's policies are directly affecting me and my business on a day-to-day basis, and and every other Massachusetts resident. And I can no longer sit back and watch as her policies get progressively worse year after year. Some of the biggest problems facing the Commonwealth right now are taxes, jobs, and the economy. Most of us already know we're heavily overtaxed here in the state, and she's not doing anything about it. And as a result, people are leaving the state. There are less jobs, less job creation, and businesses are leaving as well. Over the past 2 years, she's voted for every single tax increase that's come across her desk. Those include a meals tax increase, a hotel tax increase, a sales tax increase to 6.25%, income sales tax to 5.95%, a gas tax increase of 19 cents, creating an alcohol sales tax of 6.25%, and she voted against the job creation tax credit bill, which would have provided tax credit incentives to employees for creating jobs. Common sense should tell us that this is not the way to be running the government and to grow the state economy. Patricia Jalen and other Democrat lawmakers have us on a path of higher taxes and more government and government spending in general, and a negative attitude towards private sector businesses. The logic is completely backwards and is simply unsustainable. If it wasn't for small businesses, there would be none of these public job creations. I would support legislation that would lower taxes on small businesses and reduce the barriers people face when starting businesses here in Massachusetts, which would result in the creation of good jobs. Again, if I'm elected to the state Senate, I will work to get us off of this dangerous path that Senator Jalen has us on, and I would work to create a state where people want to live and want to raise their families. I will listen to the concerns of the people and not just vote the way I feel like voting. I will not ignore you, and I will always listen. And as your state senator, I'll act as your voice on Beacon Hill and make sure that you are heard loud and clear. Thank you.
Anybody have any questions?
Just an observation that it's been true for 19 of the last 20 years that we've lost population. But Massachusetts last year did actually gain 3,000 people. So it has been reversed.
Yes, but exports are down 20%, and businesses are leaving.
It also needs to be compared to with normal growth rates. Probably less, I imagine, probably less. I'd love to leave. I don't like individual mandates.
It's very tough to do business here. I mean, like I said, I own a wine distribution company, and I have to pay $10,000 a year just for a liquor license. I mean, it's very expensive. And, you know, other states are charging $1,000 to $3,000 for the same license. So,
Senator Jalen was trying to put some legislation through to force small businesses to get paid sick time.
right.
Which I would think would be very negative towards small businesses like restaurants, maybe your business is small too, that you would have to be forced, mandated by the state how to run your business.
Right. I mean,
those types of things. It's
Yeah,
wrong.
and that could have put me out of business 2 years ago, if something like that had passed. And that's the problem. We don't need government sticking their noses in the private sector. It just doesn't result in good things.
Anybody else? Okay. Thank you, David.
Thank you.